What's good, YouTube? Vakasa Kavi here. So, we are diving into something a little different to start off our night tonight. Upchurch has been putting up a bunch of his talking videos over the last 5 days or so. Almost a week now he's been uploading almost every single day. I do believe it's been every single day. So, we are going to check out all of the talking videos from Upchurch over the next week or so. We're going to get into these because every time he touches on stuff that's going on in the world or just gets in on his beliefs when it comes to a speaking video, it's always insightful. There's always something to come out of it that's beneficial and leaves you feeling like you might ponder something a little bit differently by the end of it, right? He has a very interesting and unique thought process behind the way he views things inside of the world and inside of life. So it's amazing when he gets on here and makes these videos just talking to us. This is a long video, so I'm not going to waste a whole bunch of time talking to you guys. Creek Squad, thank you guys for tuning in. Upchurch, thank you for the support that you've shown over the last few years. It means the world to me. I don't know where I would be if it wasn't for Upchurch's music, to be completely honest. It's impacted my life in a way that made me want to be a better person than the person that I was being, and we have arrived at the point where I'm actually doing that with myself. So thank you, Upchurch, for all of the amazing music and also showing support over the last few years. It means the world to me. Subscribe if you guys are new here. We're going to get into this. I love you so much. I'm Vakasa Kavi. A reaction video a day keeps the doctor away. Fuck those apples. This is the Miami alien situation exposed by Upchurch.
Who the fuck comes up with this shit? All right, so aliens at the mall, huh?
Rumors of aliens invading Miami are going viral on social media.
This is for real, folks. The conspiracy theory stems from a large police presence at Bayside.
This is a prime example, guys. Just to pause it real quick at the beginning and be a smartass for a second. This is a prime example of what the news does. This is the news. Right here, guys. Aliens at the mall. That's the news. Right? Nothing else in the world happening besides aliens at the mall in Miami. Nothing at all. Nothing to see here, guys.
At Marketplace on New Year's Day. Take a good look at your screen. Are those aliens walking in front of Bayside Marketplace in downtown Miami?
I see nothing that indicates an outer space mystical fictional creature. I see three people walking.
Online conspiracy theorists are saying that shadowy figure not far from parked Miami police cars appears to be an alien.
Did it ever occur to anybody maybe the shadowy figure is probably a shadow of a figure? Maybe a human figure, which is why it looks taller?
Which is why it would be at a mall also, right?
Does anybody have a brain anymore?
Honestly, I think it looks pretty real to me.
We're not allowed to have brains anymore, church. That's dangerous, right? It's dangerous to have brains. They don't want you having those. It's too bad for them when you have those.
Guess not.
The viral video was allegedly taken during that massive police presence at Bayside on New Year's Day. Crowds of young people armed with sticks began fighting.
What the
Armed with sticks,
hell?
yet it shows kids not armed with sticks. They're not even...
It looked to me like they were just trying to kick the shit out of each other with their bodies. That's what I just saw there. I saw somebody getting kicked on the ground. I'm pretty sure we had a jumping kind of situation happening here.
Police presence at Bayside on New Year's Day. Crowds of young people armed with sticks began fighting.
Yeah, look, they're kicking them
Armed with sticks,
on the
yet it
ground.
shows kids not armed with sticks. They're not even using their fucking hands. They're stomping someone.
There you go.
You're gonna hold a stick with your feet and do work?
Fucking
Damn, man, it's
hell,
literally
man.
right in front of your face. What?
What the fuck? I can't, man. The level of disbelief is shared, right? The disbelief is shared here. See what I mean, guys? We ain't even a minute. We just got a minute and a half into this fucking video. Church already has us with the solid points, right?
they're saying is not in front of you. Oh, wait, let me get, are they invisible alien sticks? Huh? Did the shadows drop the shadow sticks on the ground?
Oh my God, I
Police say
can't.
juveniles were also setting off fireworks that some believed was gunfire.
Oh my gosh. Kids setting off fireworks in Miami on New Year's? Get out of town.
The level of basic rationality that this video is right now, and the fact that nobody can view it as this simple, right? This is the world. This is the world, man. And I'm glad we have people like Upchurch to guide us through with some funny moments and great videos, you know?
I think everybody in America was setting off fireworks at that time. You're not really narrowing shit down. You're just saying something very broad. Then look, do you see any fucking fireworks going off? I see 0 fireworks. Once again, something's being told to you through your ears, but your eyes do not see it.
Right?
The kids had sticks. Kids have no sticks. Well, there's a shadow alien. I don't see an alien anywhere. Well, it was fireworks. 0 fireworks. Is there anything in this fucking story that's true? And if that's the case, if you look at it like that, what is the point of the fucking story? At all?
That's what I'm saying.
Fireworks.
That's what I'm saying right there. I'm like, there ain't other things happening in the world that are like more important than that right now, like literal wars and shit. Like, what? See, this is. And the thing is, this got eaten up, man. It was trending when it happened. I'm sure you guys probably saw it for yourselves, no matter where you're from. It was all over the place, man. It's baffling, honestly. It's baffling, man.
That some believed was gunfire, resulting in chaos.
This is where I start to think, what the fuck is this all for? Listen to what these people were saying. This is the fucking news, man. This is what's supposed to warn us about serious shit.
Mm-hmm.
You mean there's 500 motherfucking cops outside for some teenagers fighting? With sticks? So did they have sticks or did they have fucking fire?
Dude, someone who isn't a police officer would try to disarm a teenager with a stick. Like, what the fuck? That's the thing. That's what, right? Why are there so many police officers when a regular grown civilian would be able to disarm a teenager with a stick, right? Like, I don't fucking know, man. I don't know.
Arms. Those are 2 different things, like way different things.
There's a big crowd of people running out of Bayside and kind of grouping up outside. And then we hear more commotion, and now they're all just running through the streets, running between cars, almost getting hit by cars. It was like absolute chaos.
Well, to me, it sounds like there was a bunch of teenagers running away from something that they didn't like. To the point where they ran outside of the mall, grouped up with people, and then continued to run and almost get hit by cars.
Right.
They were running from something. What were they running from? That's the only thing that makes sense. And like, come on, really? Sticks? Or firearms? No, we gotta know. Because if it was sticks, sticks matches the story better thus far. Because if a bunch of teenagers are running away from something that they don't want to be around, and when they finally get outside, they pick up the nearest objects they see, which would be like sticks or something.
Rocks, right?
That means they were fucking...
Sticks, rocks, right? Anything. Yeah, I don't know, man. The whole story seems backwards, right? Now that we've dived in a bit more, it's so weird. Like he said, the footage don't even match what they said about sticks and stuff. I saw somebody getting stomped in the guts. Like, that's what I saw. And that's unfortunate, man. We shouldn't be doing that kind of shit to each other. Without reason, obviously. Unless something fucking actually crazy is going on and harm is being thrown around like that towards somebody, then defense is a thing. But I mean, like, I just saw, like, a giant mugging for no reason and someone getting stomped. There weren't even sticks. There's no guns. And like Church even said, a fist didn't even look like it was thrown either. That's weird, man.
Terrified of something. And I don't think it was a big mystical fucking space alien. I don't. Another thing, I mean, people saying they heard gunshots. This happened on fucking New Year's, Miami.
Mm-hmm.
Fireworks? Yeah, probably so.
Yeah.
Because sticks and firearms are two different things. Not only that, where's all the fucking fire trucks? If it could have been fireworks in the mall, where's the fire trucks? There's zero fire trucks. Show me a fire truck. I don't see none.
Now, rumors are circulating on social media saying police weren't there to handle a group of rowdy teens, but rather 8 to 10 feet tall shadow aliens.
The reason being fucking shadow aliens is so fucking stupid.
Shadow aliens, man. They're not even like aliens. They're like shadow aliens. To make it sound extra fucking spooky for you on the news, right? They gotta make it extra spooky for the people that are gonna fall for it. Oh, God help us all. Bless their souls, man.
This is the part in the story where it's like, what? Oh, no. What was they actually running from? Shadow aliens.
See, he did the same thing. We had the same fucking reaction. This shows how ridiculous this is. Jesus Christ, man. Like I said, this is why I fuck with Church. He keeps it real, and he's always got something positive and enlightening to say about any given situation, and he'll make you laugh your ass off in the process as well.
You were showing me a bunch of cops standing in front of their headlights that is casting shadows. Is that the shadow aliens? The fuck?
The phrases Miami Mall and aliens in Miami have been among the top 10 searches on Twitter's trending tab.
Remember those trending tabs? Aliens in Miami and Miami Mall.
And Google News even has several reports questioning the event. Miami police saying in part, there were no aliens, UFOs, or ETs. No airports were closed. No power outages.
Huh. It's little slip-ups like that that just make you a totally different kind of human when you can pick up on people's language. So you mean to tell me a cop whose job is to identify shit and suspects to a T very thoroughly said there's no aliens or ETs? Since when are those a different thing? His exact quote, there were no aliens, UFOs, or ETs. He's separating the term extraterrestrial from the term alien. There has to be...
And then UFO shouldn't even matter because nobody was fucking looking at the sky. God, bro. Oh, God. This is a disaster, man.
The reason for that. He subconsciously, accidentally said that. It's like saying, he's going down I-40. I'm not sure if he's a white guy or a Caucasian. Nope. That's an important slip-up. I don't give a shit. And while we're on this alien topic, let's talk about aliens real quick. Answer me this. Why have we only seen their vehicles? Why does anybody only have videos of the vehicles and not the aliens? Right. Just recently have they been like, look, an alien, a shadow alien. Not a real shadow casted from the light behind me. It's a...
I can't get over it. It's so ridiculous. A fucking shadow alien. Like, that was on the news, guys. That was on the news. I don't have words for it. Like, it's so weird being surrounded by this level of stupidity sometimes. I'm sure a lot of people on here can relate to that feeling. Wow. Let's let Church continue, man.
Shadow alien. Just recently have we seen videos of these quote-unquote biological aliens. But all the footage fucking sucks. All the footage of the vehicles suck.
Yeah.
But we have seen a shit ton of the vehicles.
Yeah.
When I say vehicles, I mean UFOs, obviously. I'm sure I don't need to explain that. If I do, fuck, just click off the video now. Fuck, Jesus Christ. Answer me this. Why are all these UFO videos always in California, Florida, or Texas?
New Mexico and Arizona, too. Those are the 5, man. Church is on point there. Yeah. It's that circle right there.
Why? There's nowhere else? It's always by the water. Most of these videos, it's like a UFO over the water. There goes that UFO. And it's always out of Florida, Texas, or California.
That coast,
Okay,
yeah. You're right.
If you're an alien, what do aliens do? They abduct, right? Okay. Where do the most child abductions go down?
Let's see here. California consistently has the highest human trafficking rates in the United States, with 1,334 cases reported in 2020, followed by Texas with 987, Florida with 738, and New York with 414.
Well, I'll be damned. The same exact states that got all these UFOs and aliens and UFO videos, well, they're the same place that all the child trafficking goes down. What do you know? Now, what did Michael Herrera say on the Sean Ryan show? I'll play the clip.
How close did you get
To the craft?
to the craft?
Roughly 200 meters, 150, 200.
Did you get to the bottom of the hill?
Yes.
So you could see, so you saw the top of it, and then you could see underneath of it.
And underneath of it had this platform that was on the ground that was separate from this craft hovering. And it was very weird to see, and I was like, okay, I don't know if that's kind of like a cement pad or something. I don't know if it was like a helo pad or anything like that at first. But then started seeing how the material kind of looked very similar to what the craft was. It's like, well, that's separate.
Well, that's pretty self-explanatory what that is. It's a futuristic truck bed that can detach. Probably goes in the middle to distribute the weight good. You drop the quote-unquote truck bed, which it's not a truck bed because it's a fucking circle UFO or something, and you load the shit on it, and it races back up with magnets.
Yeah.
No one needs to pick up anything. You just got to set whatever on the pad. If something happens and you got to get away, you can leave the pad there. If worse comes to worse, well, you're already flying over the ocean. We all know where they're at. Just drop it. No one's ever going to find it. They can barely find a fucking submarine. The people pay to go.
Wow. Whoa. Yeah. We've gotten somewhere with this one, I agree. That is extremely logical. Damn. Church is dropping a bomb in this video. There's 4 more of these that have been made after this video. We're gonna do them all. Especially if this is the kind of stuff we're gonna be talking about. What he just said there, the concept of that launch pad like that with the magnetism and how it could be, how it's relevant to every possible scenario that could go wrong, right? And works out. The way he just explained that is perfect. That is so logical right there.
If something happens and you got to get away, you can leave the pad there. If worse comes to worse, well, you're already flying over the ocean. We all know where they're at. Just drop it. No one's ever going to find it. They can barely find a fucking submarine.
Facts.
The people pay to go on. He's talking about a fucking flying object. You realize that, right? And he's talking about people that look like us driving them.
So you have something that's on the ground, stationary, and then you have something that's up top, and it's just rotating in a clockwise position. So right when we got close to it, at least 150, 200 meters out, then all of a sudden we were engaged, at least not in a hostile manner, at least, not gunfire or firefight or anything like that. But the way that these guys moved was so fluid, it was so still, it was very, very, very smooth. And it kind of indicated to me, after thinking about it for several years, is that these guys have done it for a while because of how smooth this operation was.
Okay, so now look what he says the UFOs that were being driven by humans was used for.
But he works in some of these projects that are some very controversial facilities. He's aware of what was going on. After I gave my presentation of this, he confirmed, he says, no, he's like, I don't want to leave Michael hanging out there, but I was not expecting to come and talk to you about this. And he went explaining what the operations do, why they do it, and what they were using them for. And he says, it's not drugs that they're putting in these shipping containers. He says it's humans.
Human trafficking.
Yes.
Well, that would explain why the most people get abducted in California, Texas, and Florida. The most UFO mystical space aliens are seen in California, Texas, and Florida. But it's always just the vehicles, isn't it? No wonder child trafficking and aliens have the same terminology. Well, the whole alien conspiracy, it sounds like, is covering up fucking child trafficking. Which is why they gotta keep it going and going and going. Because if you find out that aliens don't drive UFOs and it ain't nothing but some fucking weirdos, well then we got a big fucking problem. Because we've been told aliens are probably out there by some serious organizations.
Yeah.
That we would not trust anymore. Nah, but what are you gonna say? Oh, look at him, he's crazy. If I'm crazy, well then what the fuck are you? Way past an illiterate fuck, that's for sure.
Right.
Why? Because. Go back to what the fucking Miami sheriff or whatever said. Look at his comment one more time now that you've seen all this shit.
Miami police saying in part,
no airports were closed. It's so vague. Like, he's not even speaking full fucking sentences. No airport. Right? No airports were closed. No power outages. It's just... there's no fluidity to it. You know, like Church was saying, a statement on something usually has a lot of fluidity going on, because if you're there, you're able to describe the fucking scenario like you'd think he would have, like, walked you through the process of his investigation instead of just know this, know that. Like, what? You know what I mean? Like, not even a description of the investigation or what you looked at or what you didn't find, right? Like, just vague no statements. Like, what the hell? I don't know, man.
there were no aliens, UFOs, or ETs. No airports were closed. No power outages.
All right, so before we get into the alien and ET definitions, let's just do this first. Why are they saying no power outages? Because they're solidifying there was no misuse of electricity. What do I mean by that? Well, I'll put it this way. Back in the day, when you was growing weed in your house, how did the cops know? The electrical company. Your fucking bill was way higher than it was supposed to be because your ass was, growing pot. They're saying that they're solidifying kind of that there was nothing going on here. Nobody stuck underground using electricity here. No kids inside this mall in Miami. And then what else you say? No airports were shut down. So there was apparently there's so. And then they say what? They say no airports were shut down. Oh, I hope there's no fucking airports shut down for some teenagers fighting with sticks.
Yeah, why is it relevant? What does like I said earlier, what the fuck does the sky have to do with any of this? They were stomping somebody on the ground. Like, where did the shadow alien come from in this story? Like Church said, all we saw was a group of a bunch of young teenagers beating the shit out of each other. Right? Like, we gotta fix this, man. This is ridiculous.
Well, that'd be fucking stupid. No. What they're solidifying is there was no air traffic that was a threat for sure. Okay, now, fuck all that. Let's get to the definition of an alien and an extraterrestrial, since the police chief wants to separate those two words, even though they're the same fucking thing. I mean, at least that's what we thought. An extraterrestrial and an alien supposed to be the same thing, right? Well, not by the dictionary, it ain't. All right, the definition of an alien. Alien, foreign, not natural, strange,
yes,
opposed or repugnant, a foreigner, or the hypothetical being from outer space. All right, well then what's an extraterrestrial? If they a being from outer space, okay, well let's look up extraterrestrial. Since he's talking about them like they're completely different things. Extraterrestrial, being of or from outside Earth's limits. An extraterrestrial being, as in science fiction. That's the definition.
Fiction.
But here's the thing. What's the definition of terrestrial, Fuggin? Let's see.
Terrestrial. An extra as well. We obviously know that. Yes, this terrestrial part is very important.
If that's an extraterrestrial, well then what's a terrestrial? What's a terrestrial? Because that's going to tell you what you need to know right there. We know what extra means. Terrestrial, of Earth, consisting of land, not water. Living on land.
So, living on extra land. Oh. Wow. That's where you arrive, huh? Extra living land. Living on extra land, so to speak, is quite literally what that translates to. I knew that already, but I always love watching church go through these things. I've figured that one out before, just looking up the words and shit. I split words up and look them up like that too. We do that a lot on here. I'm always looking shit up on here.
So an alien is a foreigner or a being from outer space.
Yep.
An extraterrestrial is a being from outer space. A terrestrial is someone who lives on Earth and not in the water. That's what it says in the definition. Not in the water.
Mm-hmm.
All the UFOs are seen over water. If you're a terrestrial and you have other terrestrials, multiple ones, that means you're a terrestrial that has extraterrestrials. If you're a sex trafficker who has undocumented kids, those kids are terrestrials. That makes you a terrestrial that has extraterrestrials. And those extraterrestrials, by definition, are aliens. They're undocumented. They're not even illegal aliens. They're just flat out fucking aliens. They never was legal anywhere. Yeah. Yeah.
The man himself, right? We went over this before. We talked about this in the other alien video as well. But this is tying into a long list of other videos that we are going to be checking out after this one. This is just the beginning. Boy. I love his logic. I really do. The way he can dive into that approach and bust things down, really break it all down and arrive at a perspective like that. But it fucking makes sense, dude. It makes sense. It all adds up. Language-wise, even. Yeah. There's some shit going on, man, and they just try that Miami scenario that happened on the news was a distraction from something. I can promise you that. They just needed people to be talking about something fucking wild so they could do something actually wild. That's all there is to that. Man, church hitting us with the hard ones, man. This is one of those things that happens in the world that doesn't get acknowledged very often. People don't like to bring it up or discuss it, but on here, we don't fucking run from nothing. And church doesn't do that either. And we will cover anything that he talks about wholeheartedly and get the word out there, get people thinking more openly about it all. Man, this shit is touchy, man. It really is. It's difficult to talk about. It really is a hard thing to discuss. And you don't even want to think that it happens in your world, but it's happening all around you every single day. And if you know where to look and how it works and what they secretly do and everything, you'll fucking see it. And it's fucking disgusting. It's so disgusting whenever you can just see things that are off in situations around you. All of the missing posters and shit all over the place in every store. It's a lot. There's a lot fucking going on that isn't being talked about, and people don't want to talk about it. They're scared to talk about it, right? And it's understandable, man. We live in a world where they don't want this kind of shit. And I appreciate that Upchurch gets on here and boldly fucking says it out loud. Like I said, I'll stand beside him while he says all of these things and discusses all of these topics wholeheartedly until the end of fucking time, because he's fucking on to it and he knows what's going on in this fucking world. I don't care. Anyone can call Upchurch crazy. Upchurch is far from fucking crazy. He's one of the most intelligent minds on the planet. One of the most rational and logical people on the internet, in my opinion. I don't care what any of these fucking haters have to say. Church, fuck them, dude. It's Creek Squad always. The original video will be in the description as always. Subscribe to Upchurch, man. Show him love. It's amazing that he makes these kind of videos for us. I think it's really important to discuss these topics and expose what's going on behind the veil of things that is very surely lifting right in front of our eyes as we speak. Everyone will see, right? It's coming, I promise you that. Everyone will see. The veil is being lifted, and people like Church are here to be guides through that, and I appreciate the fuck out of Church for making a video like this, and I look forward to the next ones that we do. So go show Upchurch some love, guys. I appreciate you tuning in. I'm Vakasa Kabi. A reaction video a day keeps the doctor away. Fuck those apples. Leave a like for me, comment those suggestions, subscribe up this way. Bang the notification bell for me. See you guys in the next one. I'm out of here. Thanks for everything. I love you. Peace.